Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tiny Tots. My name is Jacob and I'm a Children's Reference Assistant at Peoria Public Library's North Branch. And today's Tiny Tots is going to be a Tiny Tots Campout story time. So as everybody knows, our state and our nation has started having to be a little bit more stricter about our guidelines and social distancing. So we haven't been able to do as many things as we used to, whether that be outside or inside with friends. But as it's becoming winter and Christmas is arriving, it gets a little cold outside. So my family and I decided to bring the outside inside this week by putting up a tent in our basement. So that's what I'm in right now. And if you listen closely, I think you can hear a little bit of the outside. I think I hear some crickets and some other animals in the background. And so, we also, in our tent, have brought, oh, yep, there's my daughter. That's Mary. She's joining us for Tiny Tots today. She's really excited and she's in her outside chair. She has some Cheerios. But we also have a fire. So, if we're pretending that we're outside, we have to pretend it's a little cold too because it is winter after all. So, we brought a fire into the tent. But don't worry, there's ventilation, so we're safe. So today for Tiny Tots, let's go ahead and get started and say hello and sing some songs. So get our hands ready. Ready? And we'll go, hello, hello, it's time to say hello. So sit right down and say hello, 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 hello. It's time to say hello. So sit right down and say hello, 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 hello everybody, and welcome to Tiny Tots. Let's sing our next song. So we're gonna go, come along and sing with me, sing with me, sing with me. Come along and sing with me this bright and sunny morning. Come along and clap with me, clap with me, clap with me. Come along and clap with me this bright and sunny morning. Come along and tap your head, tap your head, tap your head. Come along and tap your head this bright and sunny morning. Come along and stretch up high, stretch up high, stretch up high. Come along and stretch up high this bright and sunny morning. Good job! Alright, now that we're all warmed up, let's talk about that itsy bitsy spider. So of course we're out in the wild, and we're gonna see spiders and bugs and all kinds of things. But we can't forget about the itsy bitsy spider that we see every week. So let's get our fingers ready. We'll go, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay! Good job! Alright, and since we're outside, of course we're going to see stars at night. So, as you can tell right now, it's a little bright, but we're going to, because of our inside lights, but we're going to pretend it's dark outside. So, when it's dark outside, you see stars. And when you see stars, they start to twinkle. So, we're going to sing the Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are. Good job. Good job, Mary. I'm gonna give her a little snack real quick. There you go. Okay, so for today's story time, since we're out in the wild and outside camping, what is in the wild but animals? So, today's story time is Giraffes Can't Dance. We have this book at our library. This is my personal copy, but we do have it at the library to share with you guys if you like it. My daughters love this story. It's about being able to do things that people think you can't. Let's hear about Gerald the giraffe. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." That's not nice. Everybody's laughing at him. He just wants to dance like everybody else. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so bright and beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a carrot who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." There's the cricket. It's hard to see. "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault, and he leapt into the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I am dancing, yes, I am dancing. I am dancing," Gerald cried. Yeah, he's dancing, that's right. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen!" "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. They're throwing flowers at him because he danced so well. Then he raised his head up and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find the music that we love." The end. What a great story. Like I said, that is my daughter's favorite story. And if you liked it too, feel free to check it out at our library. It's by Giles Andreac, just in case you need the author's name. And so that concludes this Tiny Tot story time. However, we are going to do, since we had this tent up, and since we're in the pretending to be outdoors and bringing the outdoors inside today, I'm going to do a part 2, so you can watch out for that. I'm not sure when they'll post it, but it'll come shortly after this video. And we're going to talk a little bit more about turtles in this next episode. So if you want to learn about turtles, we'll do that next time. Alright, but we'll say goodbye now. So thank you for coming, and we'll get our hands ready, and let's sing goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye, so stand right up and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. It's time to say goodbye, so stand right up and say goodbye, 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 goodbye everybody. Thanks for watching.